kind of guiding you along.
Yeah, I love that.
Which can be really helpful, especially if you're new to baking or feeling a bit
Isn't it great to know you can whip up something sweet anytime you want?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like just having those go-to recipes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And if you're looking for some inspiration to expand that repertoire, we've got a great deep dive for you today.
That's right. We're taking a closer look at 100 Afternoon Sweets, a cookbook by Sarah Kieffer.
Many people might recognize her from her blog, the Vanilla Bean blog.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So
It is.
we really want to dig into this cookbook and figure out why it's so special and why you might want to add it to your collection if you haven't already.
Yeah, let's do that.
I guess to start off, let's talk about how this cookbook is organized.
Okay, so the book is really cleverly organized into different sections by dessert type.
Oh, cool.
So it starts off with snacking cakes, which are those simple single-layer cakes.
Okay.
Really easy to throw together.
Gotcha.
Both classic flavors. But then some more interesting twists, like brown sugar sour cream cake.
Mm-hmm.
It moves on to brownies and blondies, which covers a whole range of textures, from super fudgy to nice and chewy.
Yeah.
And again, you've got those core recipes, but then things with like tahini or pretzels mixed in for a little something extra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So those are the first couple sections then?
Next up, you have bars and squares.
Oh, those are good.
Those are great for like making a head or sharing.
Yeah.
It's not just your basic flavors, though. You've got things like honey lavender bars.
Fancy.
Yeah, right alongside more decadent chocolate caramel squares. So there's a lot of variety.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's next?
Then you have a whole chapter dedicated to cookies and biscuits.
Right.
This is where you'll find her famous pan-banging cookies.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
We'll talk more about those later, but also a whole host of other cookie recipes. And then to wrap things up, we've got sweet breads and muffins,
Oh, nice.
which are perfect for like a weekend bake or, just having something tasty on hand.
Yeah, I feel like this book really has something for everyone.
It really does. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what's so great about it is that, you can find something no matter what you're in the mood for.
Yeah, exactly. So let's say I'm someone who's a little intimidated by baking. I don't have a lot of experience.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How does Kieffer approach her recipes to make them feel doable?
That's one of the things I really appreciate about this book is that the recipes are so approachable.
Oh, good.
They're really designed with simplicity in mind, so you'll find very clear and concise instructions and usually pretty short ingredient lists.
Oh, nice.
And then beyond that, she has this really warm and encouraging writing style.
Yeah.
It feels like you have like a really experienced friend in the kitchen with you, kind of guiding you along.
Yeah, I love that.
Which can be really helpful, especially if you're new to baking or feeling a bit unsure.
Definitely. No, besides the recipes and the writing style, are there other things about the book that stand out to you?
I would say, so for one, the photography in this book is absolutely stunning. Like just flipping through it is enough to get your creative juices flowing and give you ideas for what you want to bake.
That's always nice.
And then another thing is that she really emphasizes creativity and versatility. So you'll find lots of tips and variations throughout the book that encourage you to kind of customize the recipes to your own liking.
Oh, cool.
Or based on what you have on hand. So it's not really about rigidly sticking to the recipe.
Yeah.
It's more about understanding those fundamentals and then feeling free to experiment.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really nice approach.
So you mentioned these pan-banging cookies earlier. Can you tell me a little bit more about what makes them so special?
Yeah, so the pan-banging technique is really what sets these cookies apart.
Okay.
So basically, while the cookies are baking, you literally bang the baking sheet against the oven rack a few times during the cooking process.
Oh, wow.
And that causes the edges to kind of spread out and crisp up,
Oh, I see.
while the center stays nice and soft and chewy.
Wow.
It's such a simple technique,
Oh,
but it makes a huge difference in the texture of the cookies.
that's so interesting. I'll have to try that.
It's really fun, and they turn out amazing.
So overall, if we take a step back and look at the book as a whole, what would you say is the main message or the feeling you get from it?
I think this book is really all about celebrating the simple pleasures of baking at home.
Yeah.
It's encouraging us to slow down a little bit, enjoy the process of making something delicious, and then sharing that with the people we care about.
That's nice.
It's about those everyday moments of joy and connection that can come from sharing a homemade treat.
I love that.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah.
It can be really simple and still so meaningful.
So it sounds like 100 Afternoon Sweets is a really fantastic resource for anyone who wants to add a little bit of sweetness to their life.
Absolutely, whether you're an experienced baker or just starting out, there's something in here for everyone. And I think it's a really great reminder that baking can be a really joyful and rewarding experience.
So as we wrap up here, I want to leave our listeners with a little something to think about. How could you incorporate some simple baking into your routine, maybe once a week or even just once a month, to create those little moments of joy and connection for yourself and the people around you?
That's a great question.
Yeah. And which section of the book calls to you the most? Is it the snacking cakes, the cookies, the brownies? Sounds the most tempting right now, and why?
Yeah, take a look and see what sparks your interest.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today to talk about this wonderful cookbook. I had a great time.
Me too, it was a pleasure.
And to all of our listeners out there, happy baking.
Happy baking.
Grab 100 Afternoon Sweets by Sarah Kieffer. Now on sale for $18.95. Don't miss this chance to build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.